In the madhouse. You got that right.
Hi, I'm Janine Zarilli, and I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Vicki and I really run the whole show here at MadhouseTV.com, so you're in good hands. Watch MadhouseTV.com.
Stay tuned for the Long Island Filmmakers show starring Jerry Parisi, right here on MadhouseTV.com.
Like you don't wanna listen when I'm talking to you. You think you ought to do, baby, anything you wanna do. You gotta be crazy, baby. Just gotta be.
Hi, I'm Jerry Parisi. Welcome to tonight's version of the Long Island Filmmakers Show. And tonight, I have some surprises for you. But the guests here tonight are not just guests. They are the other owners of Madhouse TV, and it took a long time to get them on here, especially Mr. Tommy Marr, after he goes partying in the Copa and all these other good things. So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tommy Marr and Janine Zarilli, who you've seen in tremendous amount of commercials, but now you get to meet them. So, Tommy, welcome to my show, Janine.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you.
So, you have a show on the air. Mm-hmm. And it's really important we talk about it. It's called the Maverick Soul Hour on Sunday evenings.
Right.
And you probably gather the biggest audience, from what I understand, than any other show.
I hope so.
Janine, you have a show on the air.
I don't have a show on the air.
You should have a show on the
I
air.
am the show. Me and Vicki. I keep telling you guys, me and Vicki.
Well, you should have a show on the air. And you guys, from what I gather in the commercial the other day, you are the brains behind Madhouse. Well, I think Tom Mealy and Tommy Margaret hit me with that one. But that's
they are. They are. They are.
The brains, yeah.
Well,
no,
Tom is very good with the technical stuff. There's no question about that. I'm more the entertainment
because he's no
guy.
spokesperson. Let's get that straight.
Yeah, right. I bring in some good entertainment.
You do.
And Janine produces, and Vicki, and both of them are, it's a team. It's a team.
It's a team that's incredible.
And the team is getting bigger now. You come on, and
thank you.
We have a bunch of other people coming in, and salespeople, and.
Well, I'm honored. There's no two ways about it. I'm the
off.
happiest person. You guys, when I walked into this place, creativity was nothing but here. Mm-hmm. It was like this was the epicenter of creativity.
Every day it gets different, too.
Not only that,
you got another new set coming.
You know what? We got another new set
sets.
coming up, and
Right.
we got more cameras, lights all over the place.
Yep.
We have our monitor, which happily shows all the different shows.
You can Skype in from all over the world,
That's
live.
pretty amazing.
Yeah, we've had them from Australia, everywhere.
Let me talk to you a quick second, and then I want to go to Janine. So last night you were at the Copa with Tom Mealy and Vicki.
You were?
Mealy.
Yes.
You were. And you and I were working. What'd you do there? We got some pictures that can
what'd
come
you
up.
do there?
Just go
I
into
worked
the
my
pictures.
butt off there. We all did.
Yeah.
And believe me, it was.
What's that picture we're looking at right there, Mr. Marr?
Working my butt off.
Yes.
That is not me, ladies and gentlemen.
Actually, that lady came in and did a dance that I was exhausted watching. It was amazing. She really was amazing.
That's amazing. And then there's another picture of the four of you here with the Channel 5 crew.
Yeah.
Wow,
Mike
that's
Woods.
good.
Mike Woods was great, and that's the weather, traffic or weather girl. But she was very nice too.
On Fox 5, that's great.
Yeah.
So,
And they actually, from what I heard, they tweeted out about us today. So
yeah,
Which
and
is very cool.
24,000 tweets.
Yeah.
Or is that 28,000?
I don't know. Tom was
at 28 or 24,000.
What's the difference? 4,000.
Well, it's 4,000
Yeah.
amongst friends. But
Let's go
whatever it is,
28.
that's a lot of tweets about you.
Yeah.
Janine, tell us your role here.
I am, I guess you could say, the technical engineer. I stay pretty much behind the scenes in the tech room, running the shows, changing the cameras. I do a lot of the research for Tommy's show, especially, but it's a lot of fun, and I'm getting into the sound. Tom Mealy's teaching me how to do more of the sound aspect of it. And it's a good outlet for me because by day I'm a paralegal, so it's all business. And then here, my creative side gets to come out a little bit and, you know, even though I can't sing or maybe play an instrument, I
She
used
can.
to in
She
school.
probably can. But
She can.
Don't make me sing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
We were in a
Jimmy-
choir in church together.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Nice. What's it like going out with Tom? Because people may or may not know you are boyfriend and girlfriend, right?
Yeah, we've been living
Yes.
together for 11 years.
11 years. That's pretty amazing.
And we never had a fight.
No, we didn't.
No.
Honestly.
He honestly, and I'm going to say he's like my best friend.
He is.
And that's what makes it even easier to get along. We have so much in common with the music. I mean, I wish I grew up in the 60s, but I didn't.
Well,
Like,
now you're coming back. I mean,
yeah.
you get to be there.
yeah. But just through Madhouse TV and Tom and Vicky asking us to come on board, it's really been fun and things that I never thought would happen in my life. If someone said, I'm going to be on TV, I would have said no. If someone said I was going to meet The Who and touch Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend, I would have said never. And all these things are happening, and I can't even wait to see what else is going to happen.
You're excited about Madhouse TV?
I'm very excited.
I'm excited
Very
about
excited.
Madhouse TV as
The
anybody.
The growth is what's exciting. I mean, we just got an invite to do the Night of the 100 Stars in L.A.
Right, in LA.
Where the 100 of the biggest movie stars in Hollywood
Which
are going to be there.
I don't know how big your suitcase is going to be, but with me inside it, I just have to fit. Tom, you got some great videos on YouTube, too. But let me let you finish your thought.
No, that's it.
But I wanted to ask you about some of those. Maybe we can watch one of those videos.
Oh, we have
And
one?
we do, and it's important we get a chance to see, so you can describe
I
what's
know
going
you're
on.
sneaky, Jerry, so I don't know which one you got.
Long Island's TV legend, Tommy from the Maverick Soul Hour. Let's hear it for him.
Hey, Long Island, how we doing out there tonight? Are you guys ready to hear one of the greatest rock and roll bands ever? A band who toured many, many times with Hendrix, Joplin, and Led Zeppelin opened for them for quite a while. They taught Zeppelin the ropes, folks. You don't get it any better than this. So I'm going to introduce right now one of the greatest rock and roll bands that has ever been on a stage anywhere in the world. Long Island, the Vanilla Fudge!
She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, but she don't care. Let me tell you about the way she looked, the way she acted, the color of her hair. Her voice is soft and cool, her eyes are clear and bright, but she's not I was 5, you were 6. We rode on horses made of sticks.
Yeah,
That was pretty
baby.
good.
You are sneaky. You are sneaky. I didn't know you had that one.
Wait.
That was actually at the Dix Hills Performing Arts. I actually booked the Vanilla Fudge in there, and that was me announcing them. They're very good friends of mine. I've known a long, long time, and I'm still one of my favorite bands in the world.
They were
With-
around in the
without-
60s, Tom?
They were the number one band in the world in 1967, and Led Zeppelin, if you want to know how big they were, Led Zeppelin opened for them for almost a year. And they
That's
played
pretty
with
good.
Hendrix.
That's amazing.
They did a 15-tour thing with Hendrix. They played with Joplin. They played with every band in the world. In the world. You name it, they played with them.
Well, we have another video now. Tell
Uh-oh.
me about this one you got
Oh.
going on.
Hurst.
Whatever you do in life, keep it real, peace, love, and joy. We'll be back.
Come on now. Wow! Bill is gone.
baby. Thrill is gone away, yeah. The thrill is gone, baby. Thrill is gone away. Well, I've done you wrong, baby. Ooh, now you know I gotta pay. Come on, tell me, girl, come on. Oh, thrill is gone. Yes, it is now. Oh, thrill is gone. Ooh, yeah. Thrill is gone. Oh, yes, it is now. Yes, it's gone away. Gone, yeah. So I gotta pack my bags, baby. Ooh. Oh, I gotta pack my bags and be on my way. Oh, no. Come on, tell us now. Thrill is gone. Yeah. Thrill is gone. Yes, it is now. Thrill is gone. Oh, yeah, yeah. Thrill is gone. Gone away now. Gone away. I gotta do what I gotta do, baby. Be on my way. Let's take it around one more time. I said, come on now. Thrill is gone. Thrill is gone. Yeah. I said the thrill is gone away. He said the thrill is gone. Yeah. The thrill is gone, baby. Thrill is gone. Ooh, ah. Thrill is gone. Gone away. Thrill is gone. I'll never do you wrong. Never do you wrong. Oh, I want you to stay. What you say, girl? Come on. I said the thrill is gone. Baby. The thrill is gone. Oh, yeah. The thrill is gone. Oh, you sing it, girl. Oh, I got to pack my bags. Got to pack my bags and I'm on my way. Ooh, yeah. Woo. Thrill is gone. Is it now? Thrill is gone. Is it now? Thrill is gone. It's never gone away from you. Thank you so much. I love that girl. I love her. Thank you so much, everybody. What a wonderful host.
Privilege.
The best.
See you again.
Till the next time.
Woo! Woo! That was hot.
That was really good. How did that come about?
That was on my show Sunday night,
Yeah.
and actually that is the magnificent Parita Kitson, who is
Soul
one of the
sister.
greatest singers in North America, honest to God, no lie. She's incredible. She's in a band right now called Rickety. They're actually opening for somebody. Who are they opening for? Big?
Don't know.
Oh. Well, they were.
I didn't
Actually,
do my
tonight, I
research.
think. Yes, tonight. They're, last night, whatever. But
Oh,
she's
Billy
an amazing.
Gibbons? Billy Gibbons
Billy
band?
Gibbons from ZZ Top.
Sorry.
Oh, ZZ Top.
yeah.
I remember them.
Oh, they're still as good as big as they ever were. But she's an amazing singer, and she's been after me for months to do this thing where she became the host of my show.
Okay.
And put me on the hot seat.
Oh.
And it was unrehearsed. I didn't know I was doing a song with her. Either did she. She never sang that song in her life. You could tell by making up the words that we were just winging it. But she's an amazing
Sometimes that's
singer,
the best
and it
way.
it was a treat to sing with her. I mean, I love her. I know her a long time. We're very good friends, and we see a lot of her shows, and we support her 100%. She's a great person.
I have a question for you. I once read on one of your Facebook things, posts, that Tommy, you had done a song. It's a Man's World or something. Was that? And then you get chills when you you wrote that down. I get chills, Tommy, when I see this. You wrote to Tommy, which I thought was one of the most beautiful sentiments, because obviously she could tell you in person, but you're letting everybody see that. Are you proud of Tommy?
I'm very proud of him because later in life, you know, he really got more into the music. He had to raise his young daughters and, had a day job. But I'm glad that he's, I guess you can kind of say living his dream, getting to do these different things and, getting bigger and better places. And
It's really not a dream. It's just something I enjoy doing. And like Janine said, I raised my kids since they were 2 and 4 by myself. So, I mean, I had other things to do. Not that I ever drifted from the music. I just wasn't a part of it at that time. And then when, 20-some years ago, whatever, 25 years, whatever it was, I got back into it. And it's been a ride. But I will say the greatest thing with, like Janine, we're inseparable. I mean, she comes to every single rehearsal I've ever, I don't think you missed more than 2 rehearsals in 11 years. Because she loves it, and not me. She just loves being around it. She loves. We both love when we go in the studio and create. Especially with new musicians that we never played with, and just let it rip and have fun. And the places it takes us. I mean, we get to spend the day with the Who. I mean, I don't mean just hang out. I mean, eating dinner with them.
Everything.
In Pete's dressing room right up to showtime, and it was phenomenal. I mean. And the people I've had on my show 10 years after, Vanilla Fudge Cactus, Savoy Brown, Spirit. These are all idols of mine, and I'm sitting down and, we had the last interview with 10 years after before they broke up. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
And Stevie Nicks, if you're watching,
Hi,
we'd
Stevie
like to
Nicks.
interview you next. Feel free to give us a call, Madhouse TV. Call me.
Well, Janine got to shake her hand not long ago up in
nice.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Bethel Woods.
Did I happen to mention I proposed to Kelly Clarkson recently on the radio? No, I always say that story. But it's
Kelly
true.
Clarkson?
I did, actually.
Your wife is
She's
going to
still
kill
My
you.
wife and Tom Mealy are both getting a bat ready.
She's still working? That was the American Idol girl,
That's
right?
right,
She
yeah.
was the first winner,
Oh,
I
that's
think,
right.
Yeah, she was
of
the
it.
first winner. But the show's more about you, and we'll worry about that on another one.
I'm not worried about Kelly Clarkson. I can tell you that.
Tell us about the Maverick Soul Hour itself. You're on Sundays from what time again?
8. We started 8.
Right.
We've been running along lately. We did the Woodstock. We just went up and did the 45th Woodstock reunion at Yazga's farm, on the farm. 83 bands, 3 days. And I brought up Amber Ferrari and Milagro, and it was just an amazing 3 days, magical. We did 4 gigs up. Well, I did 4, they did 3, and it was just amazing. It was just. I recommend anybody who ever thought about Woodstock or wondered what it was like or ever wished they could have gone. That's as close as you're going to get, right?
My wife always
love
tells me
it.
about Woodstock.
Well, next year you go.
I didn't. I'm a
next,
city
no,
kid.
next August you go up.
Next August I'm going with you. That's the bottom line. I'm
incredible.
going to go with you guys.
It's like being on another planet.
And now, what's a day like with Tommy? An ordinary
A day in the life of Tommy Marr?
With you. The two. Janine and Tommy wake up in the morning.
Well, Janine usually doesn't wake up in the morning.
That's true. If I didn't have
This
to, I
girl can
wouldn't.
flat out sleep. I'm up early. I'm up like 5, 6 o'clock every day.
Champion sleeper. But I get up, go to work 9 to 5.
Look, it's a Sunday. Let's say you don't have to be at
Oh,
Madhouse.
Sunday we're
You don't-
watching
Yeah,
Channel 2, Charles Osgood, reading the
Yeah,
paper.
we love that show, the morning show on Sunday morning, and that's usually the only time we ever get to relax. If we're not doing a benefit or somewhere we're running.
You do a lot of
But
benefits.
that's our only day off. That's our only day, and then we go in and do the show at night.
Do you actually do shopping?
Oh,
Like, do you actually buy groceries and things?
well,
Well, now we're on a diet.
we do the shake.
But you know what we like to do? We like to go to garage sales, yard sales.
Oh, that's nice.
And he's-
We the artsy, like the museums and stuff like that.
How cool is
And
that?
he's very good. He likes to look at things. He doesn't rush me, through stuff. So that's really
That's
cool
why they
too.
put benches in malls.
For the men.
Wait, you just said my wife's magic word, mall.
No,
What? She's
actually,
like, what? Mall? We shop?
I don't like malls. I love to shop.
Yeah.
I'm like Vicky's kind of like us too. Like we like to find things that no one else has. I like unique things. I mean, if it's something that everybody else has,
Then you don't want it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
as you
unique.
can
It's
see,
unique. It's the way. Yeah, I agree with you. You don't want to be uniform.
we love it. I mean, that is a big part of our life is shopping.
Searching for treasures.
Not that we got any money to go shopping, but we like to
Welcome
look.
to the club.
We
There,
steal things. No, I'm kidding.
What was I going to say?
You just got it. Ding. Ding.
Just came. That side of the table is a little harder. Of course, I completely lost my train of thought. So, do you go to the city a lot?
Yeah, we do. Tomorrow night we'll be at BB King's.
Singing.
Kings, that's a great
Be
thing.
singing there.
Singing, and I'm going to try to get there.
Yeah, come down. I'm gonna be
I'd love
doing-
to. It's a little iffy.
I'm
but tell
doing
us
one
about
song with
B.B. King
some of the
and-
greatest blues musicians in
Michael
the world.
Packer.
Buddy Guy's supposed to be there. Michael Packer, which is the head of the Hall of Fame, Blues Hall of Fame. He invited me into. They're doing a DVD, and he wants me to do a song on it, and
Right.
I'm going to go in and do that.
Right.
But some of the greatest blues artists in the world are going to be on that stage, so it's going to be a little. It's going to be. It's going to be
Something.
exciting. It's going to
be kind of
And
packed.
Buddy's supposed to come down. Buddy Guy's supposed to come down from the big room.
How
and,
crazy would that
you know,
be?
so
That'd be great.
It's going to be great. And, we're in this, we wish we could get into the city more in the daytime, like down in the village and that, but we used to do that a lot. But, now with
Yeah.
time is tough right now.
It's never
It's
enough
tough.
time.
But it's for a good reason, and
Yeah,
it's working
well,
out.
no, look what happened. I mean, we went from a little tiny
Our hard work
studio
is
to-
paying off.
This
right?
is an incredible studio. I just can't say enough nice things about it. I think I talk about it all day, in all honesty.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that truly has excited me and hasn't in years, it's this studio.
Yeah.
And the Mealies, they really know how to get this going. You guys, you add that musical flair. Like I said, you walk in and it's a ball of creativity. The aura is felt.
It's a good vibe.
Very good
It's a good vibe.
Very, very good vibe.
It's fun, it's fun. Like even picking out furniture, we all go, like me and Vicky went on the last studio. What number studio was that, Vicky?
I think they want us to go to a commercial.
I think they do. Did you want us to go to a commercial?
Do you do
real
commercials?
quick?
I thought you don't do commercials.
We'll do a small commercial right now. Okay, we'll go to a commercial and then we'll sort of end it up. We'll
I
wrap it
figured
up
you
from
wouldn't
there.
have to edit.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, GMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV.
You are the man.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
We are back, and we have Tommy Marr and Janine Zerilli of MadhouseTV.com, my home. And so, Janine, you guys are doing this cleanse, which the girls on Shake It Up, that's our morning show at 10 o'clock on Wednesdays, had suggested to you. How is that working?
I tell you, I feel phenomenal. It was hard in the beginning, as anything else is, because your body's getting used to a whole different regimen. But I have more energy than ever, and I feel less tired. And I recommend it to anybody that's looking, for a program.
You look great. You've come down. It shows.
I'll tell you, the energy level has. I honestly, I'm not trying to sell you.
No,
There's nothing in it
you're
for
not,
me.
yeah.
But I was even telling you before, like last night, what we did yesterday, and that my energy level is so much higher, and it's not hard. It's not like you're starving to death. I mean, it's very easy.
Yeah.
I think it's very easy.
Isogenics.
Yeah, I suggest. I actually did that a long time ago.
Give Regina and Karen a call if you do it.
Well, you know what? To plug Shake It Up, one incredible show. I was on it.
Or you can get
2
it.
weeks ago.
You could call us too.
You call you guys for it, but that's isogenics. It's very good.
Very good.
I actually have a nutritionist and I have a trainer who kind of work like this with each other, and that's how I do my thing. But you know what?
Whatever works for you.
Whatever works
Right.
for you.
I
And
mean-
for a lot of people, I've heard that works very well.
I was an athlete all my life. I played even professional softball till I was 44 years old. So, I know what it's like. So, I used to have all my ways of doing it, but as you get older and I'm getting up there, this was a good jump start.
You're
for
a whole
me.
42 years old now.
Yeah. I have underwear at 42 years old.
Zap.
Well, you know what? We're not as old as our parents were at this age. That's for sure.
Age is like mind over matter.
Right.
If you don't mind, it doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
This is true. That and all the Clairol in my hair from Cindy
Oh.
Sullivan.
If you don't mind, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So how do you feel about Tom Mealy? Now, Tom's such a powerful personality. You guys work so well together. And Vicky works so well with you. So the station works really well. The gears all work good.
Yeah.
But Tom is always out there. You know, you turn on the radio, and there he is talking about the law firm. There he is advertising for another firm on their behalf.
You're making a ton of money.
But do you wish you were on TV or on the radio as much as Tom? That's the thing, you know?
No.
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 Well, you know what it is? I love the
I'm
way...
on TV a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
I guess we all are on TV a lot.
Every show, you know, when
Yeah, you know?
because I'm here with Vicky and we're filming.
Right.
So when a guest doesn't show up, I'm on. I'm probably on TV hours a week. I don't need to be
you know,
on TV.
I love the way he says, I'm not a spokesperson. I'm Tom Mealy. So, but Tom Mealy to come out and be a spokesperson.
Look, everybody.
Let's get this right.
Tom Mealy, ladies and gentlemen.
He
There it
lives.
is.
He
I'm going to
lives.
say this one time.
One time, that's it.
I am Tom Mealy.
No,
and
I
this
am
is
Tom Mealy.
What we do. All right?
Got it.
I hear that.
He does do good.
That commercial's on day and night.
He just did a new one for divorce.
I heard. Divorce is not easy.
No, it's. I like when he says, "Do you wake up every morning and look at that thing next to you and say, what am I doing here?"
He does that well. It's for the Harrison Law Group. It's one of the sponsors on Madhouse TV. Wonderful law group. I was in
we were
those
with them last
offices.
night.
Well, did you see you've been to the office, I'm
Oh,
sure.
God, yeah.
What beautiful offices. But there's an important reason they're good. That's because they're successful. When you're successful, you can show that off.
Right.
But they're still low-key people. They're all very nice. We all met them that night.
Yeah.
We got together with the lawyers.
No, I've
wonderful guys, you know.
We've spent a lot of time with Brett and Rich, and you know, we see them. I'm in there a lot, so.
Yeah. So tell me, the Maverick Soul Hour, and we're probably going to have to wrap this up in a few moments. The Maverick Soul Hour is on Sunday nights, 8 o'clock to whenever.
Right.
And you have the best guests. You are, from what I heard, the highest rated show on Madhouse. And that's...
Well, one of them, definitely.
And you just told me I'm not on TV enough.
Well, it's not that you're not on TV enough.
Well, you know,
you should be doing Mr. Clean commercials or something.
we know a lot of people in the music business.
Right.
And then through Madhouse, I mean, we're out there. You
You
know,
are,
we're
yeah.
out there.
We're all out
and
there.
I have great connections and great friends like Arnie Goodman.
Wow.
And Vince Martell from the Vanilla Fudge. I mean, I have some good people. I mean, Ted Boomer up in Windsor, Canada.
Right.
We get the Blues Fest up there. We're doing that again next year, the biggest Blues Fest in North America. And plus, you know, I know a lot of people. I got the OJs coming on my show in December, you know.
That was a Kelly Clarkson
That was a
nugget
Kelly Clarkson
that just
in
came
joke.
through.
That's what just came through.
A golden nugget.
The golden nugget. But I guess...
And I'm looking forward to this 100 stars and Night of 100 Stars. in
Yeah, I'm
LA.
looking forward to it, too. I'm finding a way to buy
Well,
it.
you'll be able to watch it.
No.
We go all around the world, you know.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm going to this one. Somehow I got to break away from my wife and go. All right, I guess I want to say thank you to Tommy Marr from Madhouse TV and Janine Zerilli of Madhouse TV. I want to thank Vicky Mealy, who I never could thank enough.
Well,
a wonderful mentor.
I'd like to say one thing quickly.
Please.
That the two of them really, I wish they would come on a lot more. I know they both
You
really
guys want
don't
to come on
like
for
being on
last piece?
camera.
No, Vicky's like, no, I don't know.
Well, she's a little under the weather, but I like
Great.
when they get the spotlight because
They do.
it's not about me and him. I mean, it's about the team. And,
It's a team.
And it's when you really, it's like planting a seed and watching something grow. And I mean, I think even the four of us sometimes just step back and go, holy crap! I mean, this is even faster than we thought. You know, it's gotten to a great point, and and things are really starting to run on all 8 cylinders now. It really is good.
All right, I'm Jerry Parisi for the Long Island Filmmakers Show. Tommy Marr, Janine Zerilli. Stay tuned. We got another show directly after this one, and have a great evening. Till that next show in 5 minutes.
You act like you don't want to listen when I'm talking to you. You think you ought to do, baby, anything you want to do. You gotta be crazy, baby. Just gotta be.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
You know you already want a Toyota, but when you want more from your Toyota store, you want Smithtown Toyota, where every Toyota comes with Smithtown Toyota's Toyota for Life program, giving you lifetime New York State inspections, lifetime 10% discounts on all parts and service, 2 years of complimentary oil changes, 2 years of scheduled maintenance, and more, all at no cost to you, plus low clear-out deals on every Toyota in stock. Get more from your Toyota store. Hurry to Smithtown Toyota.
Like you don't wanna listen when I'm talking to you. You think you ought to do, baby, anything you wanna do. You gotta be crazy, baby. Just gotta be.
Hi, I'm Jerry Parisi. Welcome to the Long Island Filmmakers Show. And tonight, we have an old friend that's visiting with us, a gentleman that has worked with many of the bigs. And without further ado, I always say that, Alan Scott, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is. How are you, my friend? It's great to see you. It's amazing how much you've done, including work with Henry Winkler, including working on Royal Pains. Now you're a stand-up comic. You just do not stop. You created the first pilot for Here's to Us, and it's still being marketed, and I think we finally got the buyers out of it. It's pretty impressive, and it was your work to get it out there.
Well, Here's to Us.
Well, Here's to Us.
Oh, that's a good vodka.
Yeah, it's a great vodka.
Yeah.
Mine's 100 proof water.
That's my little cinnamon in there.
So,
a new one.
how are you doing? First of all, what are you doing? You're up to so much.
Well, let me see. Well, I do the video production. That's mainly, that pays a couple of the bills. Started doing the stand-up about a year ago. Many years, people have been telling me for years, oh, you should do stand-up, you should do stand-up, you're so funny. I'm like, you know, where do you start? It's like someone saying, oh, you should be a brain surgeon. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I'll just go start working on brains. I think that's what most stand-up comics do. They're just like, oh, I can
work on brains?
They watch someone say, oh, I could do that, and they get up, they grab a mic, and look at me, I'm a stand-up comedian. You know, that they were funny once when they were drunk at a party somewhere. Somebody laughed, said, I must be funny. And they, you know, but for me, I took classes in the city with Sheila Smiley, Jeff Lawrence with Laughing Buddha Comedy, did a lot of open mics, and then started doing the showcases and, you know, learned the protocol. So, you know.
You really learned the craft.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way it's supposed to be done.
Exactly.
And you never skimped. You've always been the person that I could say you've always give quality in what you're doing. There was never a time that we didn't think, especially on the sets back then, you were full of nothing but 100% quality.
I was full of a lot of things back then. I like to refer to it as OCD, actually, you know, so that's...
Well, we have a surprise clip for you on the show, but before we get into it, that's right, it's a surprise clip.
I thought we burned that.
Nah, we didn't. But before we get into that, what's coming up? You're in a show coming right up, as far as I know.
Yeah, November 23rd, I will be performing at the Plaza Cinema and Art Center in Patchogue, New York.
Oh, yes. The Plaza
And
Cinema and Art Center.
that'll be at 8 p.m. And also on December 19th at the South Shore Theater South Shore Theater Experience.
Yeah.
I want to say ensemble for some reason.
Yeah.
That's over in West Babylon, New York. I think they just moved. I think it's in Lindenhurst now. Yeah. New location at the Bauer Elementary School.
Nice. And what's that second date again?
That's December 19th.
December 19th.
Right.
You know what? I'd love to see that one, but we're doing the whole Scrooge thing again with the restoration. You know, it just keeps going.
It's always something.
It's always something. I'll get to the other one, though. The one in
November
Patchogue.
23rd. Yeah, I think
November
that's
23rd sounds really
Sunday
good.
night. Yeah.
You know what? That my wife and I should go to, because you've put on great shows before. I've heard nothing but good reviews from anybody who says, hey, I went to see Alan this weekend. No kidding. How was he? He was great. He really knew what he was doing. And you know what? When you have the type of audience that you command, you usually pack the houses. From what I hear, I'm just going on what I hear, you really deliver a good show.
No, do what I can.
It's not easy to be a stand-up. I mean, you get the hecklers, you get everything. Tell me about what how do you deal with all of that?
It was tough starting out because I didn't know where to start. And I learned a lot with Sheila Smiley. She was my first comedy teacher. Now she's like my comedy coach. I just call her and said, I'm doing a show, come see it. And she'll come tell me how horrible I was and rip me up and down the other. And then fix what's wrong, and then I'll go back and do it on.
Good. That's
now,
great.
she loves the work I do. And so, basically, what was my thought there?
In the city, you work with Sheila Smythe, who
Right.
comes to you.
Right.
And she's more like a friend coach now. at this
Exactly.
point.
And
Yeah.
I'll watch her things. I brought her in to do the show on December 19th.
Oh, okay.
Where I'll be hosting the show, so she'll be appearing also with me. So I invited her out to
How
do
nice is that?
my show. Yeah, well, that's part of how it is. I mean, you get to know people. The show I'm doing on the 23rd is with Alan Streisfeld, and he was actually doing a show with South Shore Theater Experience.
Okay.
So I was on his show, and he invited me to do the show over there. So it's all about networking.
You know what? And you are always generous, and that just comes right out. When you are generous with sharing, they're going to say, wait, I got a show, I need Alan. And that's the way it's going to work. You've always done it along those good ways. So, and that's what you have to do. Tell me about, let's go back. When I first met you, you were working on Royal Pains. You got a chance to work with one of the greats, Henry Winkler, the Fonz. What's it like to work with Fonzie?
Well, that's an interesting story because I remember as a kid, I believe in the whole universal intelligence, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, God, whatever, but the whole law of attraction. And I didn't understand it when I was growing up, but I remember watching Happy Days one time and I just said, I would love to work with him someday. And that's all. I just put it out into the universe. And then, years had gone by, I wasn't even thinking about it. I got pulled in to do Royal Pains as Mark Feuerstein's stand-in, which was a great experience. Mark is wonderful to work with. I was working 70, 80 hours a week for
That's a lot of hours.
6 or 7 months in a year. And, by Sunday when you start to wake up out of the fog, it's time to go back to work again the next day.
Sure.
It's crazy. But then the second season came around, and all of a sudden, there was the announcement that Henry Winkler would be joining the show.
Wow.
I was like, whoa. I started getting all nervous. I'm like, oh my God, really? Really? This is incredible. So I got to work with him. And then one day, there was the PA kid, the assistant director rather, came over to me and said, hey, listen, we need you to rehearse for Mark because he's flying in from Los Angeles. He's not here yet.
Wow.
I said, oh, okay, sure, no problem. They threw me to the sides. I walk in and there's Henry.
No way.
So we actually
That's
got to rehearse the
amazing.
scene over and over with Henry and with the other actor who was there. And so I'm acting in this scene. I wish the cameras were rolling. I wish people were taking pictures. Like I'm actually working with Henry Winkler in the scene and it was just an amazing experience.
If you had one camera on that,
oh my God,
that would have elevated you from here to the Bronx. Further,
No. It would basically just, doing stand-in work is a great experience, but it's not acting.
No, that I understand. But imagine if you were what I'm basically saying, if you worked alongside of him, acting, and you had the title, the credit on the show.
We'll get there someday.
You will. You certainly will. You're driven. You're certainly driven. Well, we have a clip here, and I wonder if we can actually run a clip, a special clip, because this is something that I'm very proud of.
Okay.
And it's also on one of my reels.
Okay.
And let me see if we can get that going in a second. And it's really an incredible one. So let's see where we go.
Okay. As we just stand here,
as we stand there and just watch it, right?
Okay. All right, ante up.
There you go again, doing what you do. Take you out, you know all the moves. Towing with my heart, playing that game. Since you came, nothing's quite the same.
So we tied up the Port Jefferson pitch today.
How do you figure?
Let's just say we eliminated the competition.
You say it went swimmingly.
What?
Nothing's quite the same. You do, say what you say, act how you act, play how you play.
So, Grayson, we might have a job for you. It's a new day spa opening in Port Jeff. I'd love to get a quote from you when you get a chance.
50? Wait a minute, why are you asking him for a quote? Video goes through me.
Well, I know how busy you are with things, and I thought I'd take this one.
No, you just don't take this one, okay? All video production goes through me. What are you thinking?
Can we play now and work later?
I raise. If you have the time, I'd be happy to fill you in on the new client.
50?
I'm in.
Call. Where are we?
I fold.
3 sevens. Straight to a queen. Beats me.
Why did I even bet?
I love it when they argue.
You keep on doing, keep on saying what you say. Keep on acting like you lie, keep on acting like you, keep on playing what you play.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how'd you like that?
I had a lot more hair back then. I lost most of that in the divorce. Yeah. So.
What was that clip about? Because well, wait a minute. There was Jerry and Alan. What was that about?
If I remember correctly, I mean that was what 40 years ago. No, it was
40.
Seems like a long time ago.
40 years ago.
Yeah, that was a thing where the one character had just drugged one of the advertisement person, and it was in the jacuzzi.
That's right.
And so basically, that's why we threw in the line. It went swimmingly.
That's
and
right.
like,
That's
what?
right. Yep.
Yeah.
That was a piece of here's to us. You know, that clip is still used to show a lot of the different things. Donnie over at ABC, he loved that clip. And you know what? It's in my reel. Although my manager Angela, if she's listening in right now, Parisi, it's not enough about you. More you, more. She just sent me the new contracts too, and I have to sign them quick before she beats me up. But that was actually a great piece of work you handled.
Yeah,
you
fun.
directed that whole piece. It was phenomenal. It was great. You did the whole pilot, actually.
And we were doing live alcohol, I think, too. That's
yes.
what made it even more fun.
That's right.
Good year, whatever that was.
You know what? I don't drink very much. If I drink wine, it's a lot. But I remember you poured me something. It was Seagram's or something. It was powerful.
I don't know what it was.
All I knew is I drank it down fast. I was like, whoa, I'm going to do this scene. I'm going to be fine.
Yeah, I think it was Jack Daniels or something. I forget what it was that,
And speaking of Jack, let's go into Jackie a minute. Shameless plug. She's having her second baby. I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't.
Yes, she's having a little girl, and I think she's put that out there at this point. She tells me she will not tell me the name because I tend to open my mouth too early and say these things. I would have just told 100,000 people watching us tonight that what the baby's name was if I knew it, but she's keeping it from me.
It's Maleficent.
But you know what? You had a great rapport with Jackie, with me, with everybody else on the set. That pilot was endless, but when it came together, it was incredible. It was beautiful.
At the time, it seemed like a never-ending student film. Because we'd work, we'd shoot, we'd edit, we'd work, we'd shoot, we'd edit. I was like, are we doing anything with this, or we just, But it was a fun time. It was a fun time.
And you know something? Through you opened the gateway to bring Kindle in, and then Kindle brought in the helicopters that we worked that deal. We did the newest pilot, and now finally they're looking at it. But they tell me, and they told me at NBC. I remember saying one day to Russ Markowitz, I said, Russ, this is 6 years in the making. We got to get it out there. He started laughing. He goes, wait, you're supposed to go between 8 and 12 before this gets out there.
Yeah.
Took, according to Carl Sabatino, 30 years for Nashville. 30 years of work.
They were like 9 years old. All the characters were 9 years old when they started. And now look, now they're...
Well, they recast it many times from what I understood. But so what is your love? Is it comedy? Is it stand-up? Is it entertaining people through the art of film? What is it?
I think it's all been based around comedy. Because even when I was writing the pilot, the first pilot, I always wanted to put some funny stuff in there, even in the clip that we just saw.
Sure. That was actually
always wanted to have some comedy. Anytime I did any kind of public speaking, I'd always find a place to throw in some comedy, even just talking to you. There's always room for that.
We always had fun. We always had to finish
Laughing
it
is
off with
the
the
best
drinks.
medicine.
Remember the restaurants in Port Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy, we had fun there, too. Tell me about some of the other things you've worked on. Now, you were a stand-in for, I want to say, Robert Downey Jr.'s movie. It was Sherlock Holmes. They shot that in Brooklyn.
Interesting story.
Yes, please.
I was brought in to be a body double for one of the characters. And it was the character of the guy in the stagecoach.
Okay, I do remember it.
Talking with the girl.
Yeah.
And so when I went there, the AD came over and said, no, he doesn't really look that much, but he's the right size and everything. We're going to make it all dark anyway. I said, okay. I went over to the costume people and said, yeah, you don't look anything like... It's like, well, can I ask who is it that's cast in the role that I don't look like? She goes, oh, they haven't cast it yet.
Oh.
So it's good to know that I don't look like someone who has not yet been cast. So when you watch the movie of Sherlock Holmes, the first, you'll see the carriage and you'll see all the movement and everything. That's me.
That's nice.
And then they had it all darkened out. They told me not to say anything. They wouldn't even let me say the lines for the other actors because they didn't want SAG to say, oh, he spoke on camera. So, but I love you guys, though, if you want to cast me for something. It was a great experience. But then they voice-overed some guy who I don't remember who it was. But so I'm doing all the action. He's doing the voiceover and, of course, getting the big paycheck.
Getting the big paycheck,
yeah.
right.
So, but, it's part of the business.
Did you meet Robert Downey Jr. by some chance?
No, he was not on set that day.
He was on set that day. Okay. But you were on Damages. You were a lawyer on Damages.
Yeah, I had a scene. I was again, it was background, but it was one of those I was featured.
You were
I was
featured.
with William Hurt
Right.
and Glenn Close, and so I was like the other attorney on the other side.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So you also, if memory serves right, 30 Rock? You worked along with any of those?
That just one day I worked on that. That wasn't really anything, you know.
Nothing big. Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the other things on your resume?
I did a thing for the Onion News Network.
Oh, that's right, the Onion News
Right?
Network. Yes,
That's,
yes.
That's on there. If you go to the onionnewsnetwork.com, or I think it's the onionnews.com, and you just do a search for Brain Dead Teen. That's all you need to put in, Brain Dead Teen, and that'll come up.
That's great. We're going to go to a quick commercial. We'll be right back. Alan Scott, ladies and gentlemen, is our guest, and he's talking about the life and times of being on movies and TVs and background and all the other good things he does, including stand-up comedy. We will be right back.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Lee, DMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV. You are the man.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn?
Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure.
You'll be happy you did.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. For professional motorcycle...
We're back with Alan Scott, ladies and gentlemen. Comic, comedian. What's the difference? Hang on with that. That's an interesting. And stand-in, actor. The resume goes on for miles. And speaking of miles and comics, you also work with Robin Williams?
I worked with him one day on Old Dogs. I was called in to stand in for him, and I said I thought he had a regular stand-in. But it was like the last day of shooting. They had to do double team work. His stand-in, who's amazing, he did a, may it rest in peace. He did an amazing imitation of Robin because he worked with them all the time.
Sure.
He had a regular job, and he was doing body double work and hand double work, so Robin could be doing other things with John Travolta and such on the movie. And so I got to stand in for him on that one day. I was like, wow! So I got to meet him.
It's nice.
So he was really nice. He was always on. It was just amazing.
He's always lit too, I guess. Always on, being excitable.
Yeah, he always made jokes on set,
that's what I meant
throwing
by
things.
lit.
He was just an amazing talent.
Here's a question: how would a casting director, major director, company get in touch with you? The best way they could do it, in case they happen to see this show and say, "Yeah, it's a good-looking guy, Mr. Alan Scott. let's have him on our show for whatever reason.
Contact the show, first of all. They can, contact you.
That's true.
Also, I'm on Twitter, Alan Michael Scott. On Facebook, if you look up Alan Michael Scott, I'll show up on there too.
That's good. Yeah, this way people can get in touch with you. So let's get back to some of those stories.
A lot of stalkers on Twitter. It's always fun.
Oh, they really?
Oh, I got another stalker today. This is good. At least on Facebook, you have to ask to be someone's friend.
Yeah.
On Twitter, it's kind of like, I'm following you, and you don't know who these people are. It's just kind of freaky.
I got to be honest with you. Of all the things I do, and I do a lot, I don't really do Twitter.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do Twitter.
Well, I was told for a comedian to do that because now I've hooked up with a lot of other comedians on Twitter, a lot of other writers, producers, directors, and those types of things. I mean, I'm getting like 6 or 7 every day followers coming in. I don't even know where these people are finding me.
And they're just following you.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I got to be honest with you. It's one of these things I really have to take up. But with only an 18-and-a-half-hour day, trying to...
Yeah.
Who's got time?
Wait. What about the 24-hour day? I have 24. What happened to the other?
Because my 18
5
and 24 go together, making 30 somewhat.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's 18 hours of, okay.
So let's repeat. We are going to be on November 23rd.
In Patchogue.
Patchogue.
At the Plaza Cinema and Media Center.
Plaza Media Center and...
December 19th.
Yep.
And South Shore Theater Experience in Lindenhurst at the Old Bower Elementary. You can look up South Shore, I think it's southshoretheater.com.
Right.
You can look that up, and or it could be org. I think it's com though. Yeah, those are the 2 that I have coming up. I just performed last weekend in Tierney's in Montclair.
Oh, okay.
I do that from time to time.
That's nice.
So, yeah.
Montclair, New Jersey. That's great. So originally from Jersey, right?
Yeah.
And now you live in Long Island, of
right.
course. Yes, yes. So that's very good. So Alan, I got to be honest with you. It's always a pleasure having you here on the show, talking with you, listening creatively. I know we get into such great conversations when we're doing creative stuff. We got to do more of that. I'm honored to have you on my show tonight, as well as the folks from Madhouse TV who are actually watching this one, and I hope they enjoyed this one show.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, just real quick, you were talking about the difference between a comic and a comedian.
Oh, that's right. That was what I was going to close it with. What's the difference between a comic and a comedian?
Well, a comedian is someone who says things, says funny things.
That's right.
A comic is someone who says things funny.
Right.
Like someone like, Jeff, who's the...
Jeff Dunham?
No, well, yeah, he'd be a comedian, that type of a thing. But things who like, Carrot Top or the ones who use funny voices and stuff, that would be considered a comic.
I'd be a comic. Okay, so what am I when I'm trying to be funny, a comedian or a comic?
When you're trying to be funny? What's that word for it?
There's a word for something like that somewhere.
So,
and you are a comedian?
Yeah, I try to stay away from the comic. People say stand-up comic, stand-up comedian. It kind of goes.
Give me an idea. Somebody, Robin Williams, comedian or comic?
He's a good combination of the two. I mean, he'll do. He's a comedian, but he also does comic stuff. He'll act out different things. He'll put on the different characters and things like that.
And that's more of a comic.
That's a comic thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like Paul Rubens, definitely the comic. I mean, because you watch him and you're laughing. Just like the way he's dressed and what he's doing and those types of things. He doesn't need to tell a joke. He could just make a face or make a, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I get it.
And it's
so
fun.
That's good. So hopefully my wife, Michelle, is writing notes on that because I think I say it backwards. A comic says funny things. No, says things funny, right?
It's the other way around, right.
Right. So a comedian says things funny and a comic says funny things.
A comic says things funny.
Comic says things. Oh, I was right.
Comedian says funny things.
Okay,
yeah,
good,
like
good,
he goes up and tells jokes and stuff like that.
All right. So everyone, you've been watching the Long Island Filmmakers Show. My guest, Alan Scott, can be found on Facebook and Twitter and all those other good things. He is one hell of a good man to have at a benefit or something else. He brings the crowd together. And I want to just thank the folks at Madhouse TV, as always, for my show. That goes for Mr. Tom Emili, Tommy Marr, Janine Zerilli, and Vicki Mealy, the board of directors. And till our next show next week, I am Jerry Parisi. Thanks for joining us.